So, evening. Player ratings. Let's get into it. Let's get this wrapped up as quick as we can. If I can get that light off my head. Jesus Christ. That'll be sorted tomorrow, by the way, the lighting. But yeah, I'm going to go through this as quick as I can because I just want to chill out for the rest of the evening. But yeah, another embarrassment, another game where we didn't show any hunger or fight or passion. The only player on the pitch, outfield player, that started the game that looked like he wanted it was Martinelli again. And yeah, that's kind of embarrassing, really, isn't it? It's just it's got to the point where some of these players should start being docked, if I'm being honest. Like, what do? Because in training, you see all these training clips that come out, and it's all friendly, it's all jovial, it's all nice. They're all doing pretty patterns, and then on match day, they're like statues. None of them press. And look at how hard Man City were working today. Even when they were 3-0 up, they wanted 4 or 5. And if they really wanted to, they probably could have got 4 or 5. But yeah, it's pretty mad that an 18-year-old kid who's new to this league and only started 2 league games has been our best player in the last 2 league games. It's pretty worrying. And I think that kind of shows where we are as a football club, that we've mismanaged our money for so long and spent on so many average players at top dollar. I mean, our squad's worth more than Liverpool's, and look how good they are. That just sums it up. Our squad's worth more than Liverpool's, and yeah, it's pretty mental. It's pretty mental that, you know, the work rate. I've always said this: if talent fails, a work rate has got to kick in. That hasn't been happening for a long, long time, about a year or so at least. That players just ambling around the pitch like it don't mean nothing. Yeah, all them fans that have gone to that game today, that have spent at least 65 quid to get into the Emirates today, have been mugged off again. You know, some people, that would have been their first ever Arsenal game. Some of them would have paid over 100 quid for a ticket, 200 quid for a ticket, and they get served up that again from players that are multi-millionaire prima donnas who can't be asked to run around the football pitch properly and actually show any heart or character for the badge. And it's the same old, same old. Everyone got gassed after we scored 3 goals in 9 minutes the other night. The fact and reality is that was a 9-minute period in a game where we were actually losing and outplayed for the large percentage of it. And that's not the one. I've just heard Freddie Ljungberg saying that the managerial situation needs to be sorted out very quickly. It's only him and Mertesacker, and obviously Mertesacker's doing the other job that he's doing as well. And he's right, it does need sorting out. But at the same time, that's not an excuse to cover the arse of these players. You know, yes, that can be some level of excuse, but with or without a proper manager in charge, that don't stop Aubameyang pressing. That don't stop Mesut Ozil pressing. That don't stop Guendouzi pressing. That don't stop Kolasinac pressing and defending properly. You know, I just think it's embarrassing. Like, you know, people can point the finger at the owners. I've seen a lot of people tonight blaming the owners. The owners, again, spent the money. They spent the money out. You know, so can Stan or Josh Kroenke suddenly make Mesut Ozil press players and play properly? Can they do the same with Aubameyang? No, that's down to the players. You know, that's totally down to the players. The fact is, we have spent out 140 million pounds in the summer. We spent out 70, 80 million pounds last summer. So there's 220 million pounds we've done, and we've spent it on the wrong players. We didn't need Pepe. I said this at the time. Listen, I was over the moon that we bought Pepe. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, we didn't need Pepe. We needed a defensive midfielder and a centre back, and it's something that we've needed for years, and we still haven't addressed it. Yeah, is that the owner's fault? Well, potentially, but at the end of the day, the owners know nothing about football, which is why they pay fortunes for people that do know stuff about football, like Raoul and Haley. That's why he's there. He's paid an absolute fortune to do the day-to-day running of the football team. That's why Edu's there. So yeah, it's easy to point the finger at owners, but if we had won that game, nobody would have mentioned them. So for me, that's a stupid argument. The fact for me is Raoul and Haley is in charge, along with Edu, of going and recruiting a manager. Regardless of who that manager is, whether it be, I don't know, Big Sam, or whether it be Simeone, it doesn't matter who that manager is. Are they going to be able to get Aubameyang, Ozil, Kolasinac to work harder? I don't know. And that's the biggest issue for me. These players show up when they feel like it. And that can't be pinned on a manager all the time. Yes, it can to a certain degree at times. If you keep playing a player that's not doing it week in, week out, then yes, you can say, well, why'd you keep picking him? But we've gone out and done, remember, check this, in the summer, people were going, we've got the best front three in world football. Really? What planet are you on? Best front three in world football. Jesus Christ. Ain't even the best front three in North London. Let's be real. Let's actually be real here. And I'm sick and tired of these players getting a pass. Did Mesut Ozil get booed today when he come off the pitch? Can somebody tell me that? Because I had it on mute. Can somebody tell me if he got booed and got the same treatment Granit Xhaka got? I put a tweet up saying it, and somebody said, "Oh, but he didn't throw the armband and disrespect the club." Oh, right, okay. So when Alexis Sanchez was throwing his gloves off when he came off the pitch, and everyone's going, "Oh, look at him, he's a spoiled brat." When Lord Mesut does it, oh no, he's a hero because it's Mesut Ozil. Get in the bin, man. Seriously, get in the bin. You've dropped another 1 out of 10. In fact, it ain't even a 1. I'm coming to that in a minute. Yeah, it's just embarrassing. Aubameyang wants a pay rise. Get on the next flight to Barca, mate. Seriously, you don't deserve nothing based on that performance. And when people say to me, yeah, but without him, we'd be bottom of the table. What planet are you on? Without him in the team, we'd have another striker in the team, which would score goals. So how would we be bottom of the table? Ozil got booed and jeered. Good. Good. I don't condone doing that, but do you know what? He fully deserved the same treatment as Granit Xhaka did. Yeah, fully deserved it. If people want to boo and jeer him, then yeah, good. I'm glad he got that, because if Granit Xhaka gets it for doing it, so can he. Ozil got slayed. You could hear it on the TV. There we go. Right, listen, let's get into the player ratings. Let's go with Leno, one of the best players on the pitch, by the way. One of the best players. That's not to say he was unbelievable, because he didn't have a massive amount to do, but that one save alone was world class. Proper save. You were right about Mourinho. What do you mean? We should have got him. Is that what you mean? But anyway, listen, I'm going to give him a 6. I'm going to give Leno a 6. Maitland-Niles. Let me just read this clown's comment out. This clown doesn't want to criticise the owners. Shut the F up, Lee. You ain't an Arsenal fan. You're a dick sucker for the Cronkies. But listen, I was supporting Arsenal in the 80s, mate. You were still floating around in your old man's sack, yeah? But I'm not an Arsenal fan. Just because I've got a difference of opinion to you, my friend, yeah? I'm not a fucking sheep that just follows other people. I've got my own opinion, and I don't get influenced by anyone else. So when I sit here and I say Stan Kroenke, let's say Stan Kroenke's not the owner, right? Let's say Sheikh Mansour was the owner. Does that make Aubameyang press today? Is that what you're saying? Aubameyang would have worked harder if Sheikh Mansour was the owner. Get in the bin, man. Seriously, what's the matter with you people? Maitland-Niles, 3. Callum Chambers, 2. Shocking. Same with Socrates. Kolasinac, 0. Don't ever want to see him play for the club again. Don't want to see him play for this club again. He is not a Premier League footballer, and he's not a defender. He's not a footballer. Let's be real. The geezer is clueless. Yeah, what was he doing? Ducking. I see people in my stream saying, "Oh, but it's a natural reaction when a ball's coming to your face to duck." Are you mad? Are you actually crazy? You're a defender. Your job is to block the ball from going in the goal. And you're standing there making yourself smaller like this. No, you make yourself bigger and try and block the ball. And then he lets one of the best wingers in probably Europe, in Sterling, just ghost off the back of him because he's watching the ball when there's 3 players around the geezer with the ball. What are you doing? Not good enough. 0. Let's move on. Torreira, out of his depth again. He got an absolute masterclass in midfield against him today. And it was too easy for De Bruyne. Too easy for all of that midfield. He was crap. And I don't get the hype around him as well. Oh, but he's great. Play him at DM, he'll be miles better. Really? Well, he's played at DM and he's been shit ever since. Get him out as well. If you want to go, we weren't your first choice anyway, bruv. Off you go. Off to Napoli. Be careful, though, because the Ultras might come and kidnap you if you drop performances like that. Let's move on to Guendouzi. I've liked this boy. I can't defend him today. There's no way I'm defending this kid today. He was crap. Absolute crap. Absolute crap. Bro, you've got it bad, you know. You've got it bad. Go and have a look how much money Arsenal have spent in the last 5 years. In fact, go and have a look how much money Arsenal have spent before coming with your stupid talk in my comment section, mate. Yeah. Go and have a look how much money Arsenal have got in a bank account, right? And how much we've spent. Yeah. Because people can go on about nobody spent nothing. It's this and that. Yeah. We've spent more money in the last 3 years alone than Liverpool. Our squad is worth more than Liverpool's. So if you want to come with talk, bruv, yeah, get your facts straight before piping up, innit? Yeah, simple as that. Yes, I agree the Conkeys need to go. 100%. I'd love a Sheikh Mansour. But if you're that thick and that much of a sheep that you think that by getting a new owner in, all of a sudden it's going to spend a load of money, you obviously don't understand financial fair play, my friend. And we spend within our means, which is why Real Madrid have to get rid of about 4 or 5 players come the summer, because they need to balance the books, because they've done £300 million this summer. So if you think that a new owner is going to come in and suddenly plough in billions of pounds, mate, this ain't 2006, yeah, when Roman Abramovich rocks up, or '08 when the Sheikhs turn up, yeah. Financial fair play don't allow that, which is why so many teams have been butchered and decimated, because they've had to balance the books. You can only increase your wage bill by 7% or 7 million, something like that, every single season, which is why when we did the hard graft in the summer of overhauling so many people and getting other recruits in player-wise, that is why we actually increased our wage bill, decreased our wage bill, and the overall spend net, if you want to go down that route, yeah, was about 10 million. But you obviously haven't got a clue how football works. You don't know how transfers work. You probably think that you pay up front for Pepe. Yeah. Oh no, that's in installments. That's in installments. This channel's toxic. Well, why don't you fuck off then, mate? I didn't ask you to watch it. Yeah. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Sit here and be happy? How about set your own channel up and make it all happy and smelling the roses? That's exactly why people like Mesut Ozil take the liberty out of my football club. Yeah, I've seen life before this fraud was even fucking playing football. I've seen proper footballers put on an Arsenal shirt and play for the badge. And I'm sick and tired of idiots chatting absolute bollocks to me when they haven't got a clue about football, right? And haven't got a clue how transfers work. And all they want to do is pinpoint the wrong issue. The issue is the fucking players. They're a disgrace. They are a disgrace. It doesn't matter who the owner is, who the manager is. That ain't going to make Aubameyang work harder today. That is not going to make Mesut Ozil suddenly become fucking good. Kevin De Bruyne this season has already got double figures on assists. Somebody please tell me tell me the year that Mesut Ozil got double figures on assists. I am sick and tired of people pandering up to these fucking players. They're shit. Only a handful of them deserve to play for my club. The rest of them can jog themselves on. And that will be all they do, because they can't fucking run, because they're lazy. So anyway, yeah, let's move on. Guendouzi, I was on when I won. Not good enough. I've backed him a lot this season. Not good enough. I'm sick and tired of it. Let's read this out, because you paid for that, my friend. Yusuf, thank you for your donation. There was another one, I've missed it, so I apologise if I missed that. But yeah, I am absolutely sick to death of little kids chatting absolute bollocks, thinking they know everything about football. Thank you, Paul Brennan. Appreciate that. We need to at least give Ljungberg some coaches. Well, I don't think he's going to be manager by the end of next week, maybe. I don't know, before the Everton game, I think he'll be gone. But yeah, listen, when people understand how a football club works, yeah, cool. Have a debate. Coming in, your opinion doesn't make sense on Aubameyang. Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game? Go and re-watch the game, speed up to 35 minutes, and then watch all the way up till half time. Every time their defence had the ball, he's 10 yards in front of them and just going side to side. He's not pressing them. Now go and watch their striker, Jesus, when our defenders have got the ball. Yeah, you cannot tell me that a different owner is going to make him suddenly press. I'm sorry, it's a flawed argument. He was shit today. And he has been every time he don't score a goal. Let's be fucking real about it. Yeah, instead of sitting there sucking up to these players, I'm done with this. It is just pathetic that these players take the piss. And I'm sick and tired of people telling me, oh, but Aubameyang this, Aubameyang that. You're a disgrace for wanting Aubameyang out. based on today's performance, that's why. And I've seen that time and time again since he's been here. If he doesn't score, he does nothing. Man City are 3-0 up. Go and watch Jesus' performance at 3-0 up. Let's move on to Ozil. 0. Get out my club. Pepe. Shocking. He started bright. After that, faded. 3. Not good enough. Martinelli. Man of the match. 8 out of 10. That kid, that kid should go in that dressing room and claim all of them other players' wages today and say, do you know what? I grafted harder than all of you put together. And that is embarrassing. That's his second Premier League start for Arsenal. Second. And for me, he's been man of the match in both of them. He should have been man of the match on Monday. His work rate is better than every single player in that squad. He is running past Mesut Ozil to get the ball back. He's playing on the left wing. He's running into midfield, past the attacking midfielder to go and get the ball back. How? Surely when Ozil sees that, he goes, oh, bloody hell, I've got an 18-year-old kid. Oh, I better step my game up. But no, just collect your 350, bruv. Yeah, collect it and fuck off. Collect it and piss off. Why is he the shining light in the team when he's probably on the least wages? It's embarrassing. Them players are a disgrace. Thank you, Paul, for your donation, my friend. It's going to take years for this mess to get fixed. 90% of them need to go. Well, it's no coincidence that 90% of them were signed by the previous regime, which has fucked this club for a decade, mate. Which is what I said at the time and for 7 years whilst it was still going on. Aubameyang, 0. Not good enough. Club captain, yeah? Club captain. Did you put a captain's performance in today? Nope. What did you actually do? Because I didn't even know he was still on the pitch until he had a scuffed shot go wide. Other than that, what did he actually do today? Seriously, he should have a look in the mirror and dust himself off and fix that up for the Everton game. Because I'm telling you, January's coming. Get rid. Get rid. Put Martinelli up front. At least that kid's got something about him and wants to play for the club, because it don't look like he does right now. Let's move on to subs. Smith Rowe did more in half an hour than Mr. Missing's done for about 3 years. I'm going to give him a 6. I actually thought he was pretty decent when he came on. Let's move on to Saka. Again, I thought he was decent when he came on. Kind of getting a little pattern here, aren't we? That all the youngsters actually played well, and all the experienced ones that are on stupid amounts of money couldn't care. I'm going to give Saka a 5. Willock, I'm not going to score. He didn't come on for long enough. Freddie Ljungberg, 10 out of 10 for having the bollocks to sub that overhyped, overpaid, overprotected, useless player. Yeah, I've never seen anyone so overhyped in my whole life watching football. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne today showed him exactly how to play that position. So yeah, there we go. 10 out of 10 for Freddie. And I'm going to calm down a bit. I wouldn't blame Ljungberg if he resigned in the morning. Told you the other stream with Chig. Martinelli should cut 100%. He should bounce, bruv. He should bounce. He should bounce. Martinelli will leave for a properly run club. I don't even think it's about being properly run, mate. It's about the fact that these players just get away with everything. And the reason they get away with everything and have done for a long time is because it was, oh no, well, you can't blame Wenger because of what he did 15 years ago. Yeah, you can't blame Wenger. We can't really blame Ozil. He's always the scapegoat. Oh, I'll tell you what, let's blame the owner. Yeah, then it's come to Emery. And now it's, oh, well, let's blame Emery instead of the players. Now it's come to Freddie. It's, oh, we can't blame Freddie. He's a club legend. Oh, we can't blame, let's blame the owner again. Get a grip. It's the same fucking players. Under 3 managers now. 3 managers have had these players, or the majority of these players. And all 3 managers are failing with all of these players that have been signed under the previous regime. Get rid of every single one of them that was signed under that regime. Every single one of them. Go and get some players that actually want to play for this club and actually want to put a bit of effort in, not just for themselves, but for them fans that pay a stupid amount of money to go to the ground. Like I said, today, the cheapest ticket, I think, was 55 quid. And if you're in the upper tier, you're talking over 100 quid maybe. 85 to 125. And you got served up that 3-0 down in half an hour. And everyone's just strolling. Then when you sub Ozil, he's just trotting off the pitch. He did that. He did that in Baku. He should have been ditched then. Pep will probably move for Martinelli in January. We are a shambles. We are. Thank you, Sergio. And do you know what? Proper praise to that kid, man. I swear, because do you know what? He wouldn't have looked out of place in that Man City team today. And he's the only one that probably would get in their team. Let's be real. Let's be real. Do drive the likes up. Nearly 900 people watching me have a meltdown. But listen, I'm sick and tired of people giving a pass to these players. You know, and I went on Twitter a minute ago before I did the stream. I ain't seen nobody calling Aubameyang out. Why? He's our club captain. Why is he getting a pass? Where was he today? Where was he rallying the troops? Where was he? What was he doing? You know, Mesut Ozil. Oh, he's a hero because it's Mesut. Really? Not in my book. No chance. He's been dead and finished for years. Get rid ASAP. Kolasinac is a disgrace. Has been for years. Wasn't good enough at the time. But everyone goes, oh, he's a tank. Really? Really? Man fully bottled a football coming to his face. Really? Seriously? And then people want to come and dig out the owner or anyone else just to divert it away from the players. If we had won that game, nobody had mentioned the owner. I'm telling you that. I don't particularly want him here. Yeah, but let's face reality. That is not the reason we got mugged off today. The reason we got mugged off today is because them players were a fucking disgrace. Tell us how you really feel, Lee, says Rabba. I'm just sick of it, man. Kolasinac didn't duck from clowns on mopeds and not with knives, but ducks from a football. Banter. Well, apparently it's a natural reaction to duck out the way of a ball, really. Even Wenger didn't play Kolasinac. Well, exactly. He was playing Bellerin at left back. Ozil, Aubameyang, Xhaka, Kolasinac, and more can go, says Richard. I agree. Listen, I want every single one of them previous regime players gone because none of them have got the mindset. None of them have got the elite winning mentality. It's like I said, it's a sorry state of affairs when your football club is pinning its hopes on Martinelli. Like, that's basically what we're doing. He's the only one who wants it. He's the only one who tried. He's the only one who ran around and gave everything and left it on the pitch today. First minute to stoppage time in the last minute. That kid was running his socks off for that football club. Them other players should donate all of their wages to him. Yeah, I know they're giving a day's wages to the foundation, and that's very admirable. Maybe they should donate the rest of their week's wages to Martinelli. Ozil PR masterclass on its way in 24 hours. 100% Cobster. 100%. Potter Arteta could be manager. Well, sums it all up, really, doesn't it? You're just an Ozil hater. Does it make you cry, Andrew? Does it make you cry? I do hate him. I hate everything about him, bruv. I hate all of his little kids that follow him. I hate the way that Arsenal PR and his PR make it sound like he's the best footballer ever to have graced the planet. The geezer's fucking shit. He is shit. And only Arsenal fans rate him. And not even half the fan base rate him. It's getting to the point where it was with Wenger. It's getting to the point now where, right at the very end under Wenger, even his biggest fans were like, it's time to go now. Yeah, it's time to go. And I think that you can say I'm a hater. Cool, I am. I do hate him. I hate everything about his muggy little PR team and about his pathetic little sad fans that come out with pie charts to tell me he's having a good game. Watch what he did today. Watch what he did against West Ham. Watch what he did in the game before that. Watch what he's done for the last 3 years. Can somebody tell me how many assists he's got since he signed his new contract? Can somebody tell me that, please? Does anyone know? Dan says he hates Ozil as well. Well, there. Mesut, it's time to go. Bring Ancelotti in. He fucking binned him and called him a bitch. Bring him in. Ozil couldn't score in a brothel. If we had taken Mourinho when we should have and not playing with ourselves as usual, we'd be a lot higher up the table. Exactly. Madrid wouldn't have let go of an elite player as easy. Well, there you go. Exactly. Oh, but Ronaldo said he was the best player he'd ever played with. Yeah, Ronaldo won 4 Champions Leagues as soon as he left. Coincidence? I bet Ronaldo cries himself to sleep that they sold him. Do you know what I'm saying? Does anyone know how many assists he's got? He's got 2. He's got to have more than 2 assists, surely. Since he signed that new contract 18 months ago, he's only got 2. That can't be right, man. He's got more than that, surely. In the Premier League, I'm on about. I know he ain't got 7. Definitely ain't 7. None of these players are fit to wear the shirt. Yeah, exactly. Well, listen, some of them are actually. Some of them are. Ozil would not make Liverpool's bench. Exactly. Bruv, look at your midfielders. Have you got a midfielder like Mesut Ozil? No, you ain't. You haven't got a player like that in your squad of that ilk and that mould. He's got 2 assists in 2019. And people want to tell me this guy's great, yeah? Really? De Bruyne's got 10 this season already. But yeah, some of these players are fit to wear the shirt, Richard, and thank you, lads, for that. Some of them are fit to wear the shirt. Martinelli is 100% fit to wear the shirt. If every player had his work rate and determination, we'd be a better football team. I think that Joe Willock, Smith Rowe, Saka, them types of players, the youngsters, fully deserve to wear the shirt because every time they play, they try. Apart from Willock the other day when I mugged him off because he was playing crap and weren't jogging back against Norwich. But they deserve to have a go. They deserve to have a go. The rest of them, sorry, you're not in that bracket of Chelsea players where you've won multiple titles and multiple trophies and you can swan round and down tools. No, sorry, you can't. You can't. Yeah, and it's got to the point where fans are just giving these players a pass. Why? We're the only football club that allow players to take the piss. Like I said the other day, right? Or said earlier, Memphis Depay was fist fighting with a Leon Ultra the other night. Literally fist fighting him on the pitch because the guy ran on the pitch and went up to Marcelo, their centre back, with a big sign saying, "You're a donkey, get out of my club." Can you imagine the meltdown if somebody had done that to Ozil? Oh my God, look how toxic he is. Lock him up. Jesus Christ, seriously. It's embarrassing, man. Promote the youth team. Exactly. They'll show more fight. Ozil reminds me of Will off the In-Betweeners. Ter Stegen has more assists than Ozil in 2019. Is that serious? He's got more assists. Oh my God, that is a joke. Ramsey is still a big miss in the middle. Well, listen, I would have kept him all day long over Mesut, mate, all day long. So there we go. When people say you're a hater, well, the facts back it up. He's shit. Aubameyang works harder than Martinelli. Yet you criticise Abba for his work. Did you watch the game? I've asked you that twice now. You must have watched a different game to me, bruv. Aubameyang works harder than Martinelli. So sorry, mate. Sorry, I can't read that again. Don't put another comment in. That is true. That's unbelievable. I can't believe that he's got more assists, man. That's mad. That is actually mad. That's crazy. A goalkeeper has more assists than the best number 10 ever to grace football. Unbelievable. That is just unbelievable. Evening to you, Sam. Evening, mate. Man said Abba works harder than Martinelli, you know. Exactly, mate. These people will do anything to suck up to their favourite player. And that kind of shows the mentality and the age bracket that we're dealing with here. Because I fail to believe that a fully grown adult would sit there sucking off a footballer. Yeah, especially one that played crap today. Sell Ozil and Aubameyang. Listen, I'd sell all of them. We ain't going to sell Ozil. Nobody will buy him. Let's be real. Nobody wanted him, which is why we're lumbered with him. Get the Jaegers in. No, I need to go to the shop. I've run out of Coca-Cola. So, yeah, I'm going to get myself off in a minute. Abba is the second greatest strike. Do you know what? I'm actually going to block you from my channel because you're clearly a fucking idiot. Just go, man. Go and set up another account and come back. Leave Ozil alone. He's had a tough year. He's had to put his foot down. and run into attackers. Listen, do you know what? Seriously, the excuses people make for him, though, mate, which is why I can't stand the geezer. At least listen, I've been a big vocal voice on getting Wenger out and wanting him gone. Yeah, I'm not stupid enough to sit here and say Wenger weren't good. Right? At least Wenger was decent when he rocked up. I have seen fuck all from Mesut Ozil to suggest he's good. Nothing. He does one little no-look pass and everyone starts jizzing their knickers. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of him. Get rid. Yeah, any other football club, the fans would have got him out by now. But this one, oh no, we've got Ozil. Yeah, and he's doing fuck all apart from fleecing the club. And people want to cry about people profiting off a loss. Yeah, that man's profited 70 grand today off of that. £70,000 sterling. Take the tax off, it's still 35 grand. Is he worth 35 grand today, do you think? Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you know what? The video I do when Ozil actually leaves this club is going to be the most viewed video on the channel. Ozil would suffer under Simeone, Mourinho and Ancelotti. Do you know what? Before any clever dick comes in and says, oh, but he was good under Mourinho. Yeah, that was 7 years ago. Ancelotti binned him and Simeone would probably throttle him. Where do we go from here? I don't know, man. Hopefully we've got a manager by Everton. The atmosphere was dead from minute one. It's not surprising, to be fair, mate. He also does a no-look pass and it ends up getting put on Pornhub. Well, there you go. That's how muggy the fans are, mate. That is how muggy they are. Are you going to get the champagne to open when Ozil goes? This big fat slim. Right, do you know what? I'm fully going to do this. I'm fully going to buy a bottle of champagne and pop it off. That would be a better day than the day Wenger was sacked. Would you take Rafa? Yes, I would. We should sell Abba, Laka, Torreira, Xhaka, Luis, Socrates, bring in Jovic, Hichan, Thiago, Upamecano, Derimel, Partey and Ziyech. There we go. The man has spoken. Big yourself up, Toby. Nobody wants to join Arsenal. Are you stupid? Do you actually genuinely think no manager in world football wants to join Arsenal? Is that what you're saying? Do you actually think that? Big up the blue whale. Hope you're good, bruv. How many pre-assist did he nearly correct today? Bruv, his dad gets a pre-assist, a pre-come assist. I'm fed up with your hate. Ozil is class and you're blind. You have to be trolling, bruv. Seriously. You have to be trolling. He is class and I'm blind. Yeah, maybe you should rewatch the games again. Can somebody tell me when he had 2 games in a row for 90 minutes where he was actually superb for a whole 90 minutes, back-to-back games? Can somebody tell me that? We'll probably have to go back to 2014. Listen, I'm going to get myself out of here. What happened to Danny Ceballos? He's back in training next week, I think, mate. The quicker he comes back, the better, because even though I don't think he's been great this season, he's better than Ozil. But then again, that's not difficult these days, is it? Our defence is weak, our midfield is weak. It is. I think our midfield's worse than our defence, mate, if I'm honest. Thank you for that camper beat. Pre-passes, looking peng. Thank you very much. Simeone needed, says and Deep. I would love that to happen, mate. Even Big Sam. I'll take Big Sam at this point. These Big Sam would throttle him and kick him out of the club. Artillery equals relegation. When is this going to change? When we get rid of all the Wenger and Gazidis players, unfortunately, mate, which is going to take a while. It's no coincidence that the better players at this football club were not signed by them too. You know, mad. Right, listen, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you very much to everybody who's still watching. Nearly 900 people. Do put a like on the video. Do subscribe if you're new. I will be back tomorrow morning. Well, I say morning, about midday English time, for the Europa League draw. Yay, that should be fun. So no doubt we'll draw Ajax or Inter or somebody like that. Would you play Ozil and sub him after 5 minutes? No, I would. You said I would. I wouldn't even play him at all ever again, mate. I wouldn't buy him. I wouldn't play him again. Make him rot. In fact, if Arsenal got the money anyway, so just buy his contract out and cut ties and get rid of all of his pathetic little girls, fucking that can't hack it when stats don't go their way. Have a good one. Thank you, mate. Notification not coming up again. Sorry, Joanne, darling. I am going to wrap this up. Thank you very much to everybody who's watched live. Nearly 1,000 people at one stage, so thank you very much. Not watching the Champions League draw. You're a joker, man. I hope you get Barcelona. Anyway, I'll see you later. Laters, peeps.